Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. This is part 5 of Assassin's Creed. We're back in Jerusalem, and we're going to hopefully assassinate Talal.
Your presence here
Not hopefully,
deprives
we
me
will.
of both.
We'll be
What do
successful.
you want?
Al-Muallim has asked.
Ask that you perform some menial task in an effort to redeem yourself. So be out with it.
Tell me what you can about the one they call Talal.
It is your duty to locate and assassinate the man, Altair, not mine.
You'd do well to assist me. His death benefits the entire land.
Do you deny his death benefits you as well?
Such things do not concern you.
Your actions very much concern me.
Then don't help me. I'll find him myself.
Wait. It won't do having you stumble about the city like a blind man. Better you know where to begin your search.
I'm listening.
I can think of 3 places. South of here in the markets that line the border between the Muslim and Jewish districts. To the north near the mosque of this district, and east in front of St. Anne's Church, close to the Babariha Gate.
Is that everything?
It's enough to get you started, and more than you deserve.
Malik, he spits a lot of venom Altair's way in these first few assassinations in Jerusalem, which, I mean, is completely understandable. I think we'd all be pretty pissed off at the guy that cost us our arm and our brother.
If the guards won't take action, it falls to us to do something.
What you propose is madness.
But necessary. How many more will we allow to go missing before the people take a stand?
It does not affect us.
Not yet. But if we continue to do nothing, it will.
And what do you propose?
I've watched the man. Learn everything there is to know about his operation. It's all here on a map I've made. He inspects his stock every day at the same time. This is when I'll strike.
So you have a piece of paper. It won't save you when you're discovered. Won't shield you from their swords and arrows.
If all goes well, it won't come to that. Anyway, it's a risk I'll have to take. Wish me luck, my friend.
Indeed, you'll need it.
You know, according to the Assassin's Creed encyclopedia, in the 12th century, the Templar Bernard de Clairvaux sent 9 men to find Solomon's temple beneath Jerusalem, and they returned 9 years later, which he reinvented the Templar Order into the Order of the Knights Templar, making them official and getting the church's backing and everything. And that's when the Templar Order was allowed to become public for the first time and get out of the shadows. Being Jerusalem was the largest city in the 12th century,
And I did.
there was a lot of...
He discovered me, and I've been running from his men ever since. I need to get out of the city, but I can't do it alone. Help me, and I'll share what I've learned with you.
There was a lot of back and forth with Saladin controlled, and his Saracen army controlled Jerusalem during the Third Crusade, and King Richard really wanted it. But you know, that wasn't the focus here. That obviously the focus was the Assassins and the Templar struggle. Obviously, that's where the game started too, with the underneath Solomon's temple. In the in-game history of Jerusalem, not like, you know, obviously the real history of Jerusalem, by like 1256, 1257, somewhere in there, Altair had like, he wanted the assassins to go beyond the secret brotherhood in Messiah, so they left Messiah, and a lot of them concentrated their numbers in Jerusalem, working in secret. And I can't remember. I don't think they had a whole lot of open opposition from the Saracens, but when the Renaissance rolled around, the Mamluks, who ruled over Jerusalem, directly opposed the assassins and attempted to just eradicate them from the city. And they actually arrested the assassins' leader in 1511 by the name of Mujer. in order to just kind of like, break their spirits and to eject them out of the or out of the city. But the Ottoman assassins sent from Constantinople had saved them, or saved him. I think that was one of like the little missions you could send people on from your. I can't even remember the gameplay mechanic, but you know how like Ezio, you could open up that
Thank you, brother.
map and you could
Take
send
this map.
or
It lists
you could
Talal's
send
hiding places.
assassins
Useful
out to do
information
different
should that
missions and
coward
things like
choose to
that.
run instead of fight.
With
And from what I know
eventually,
of the
because
man,
of that, with the help
run
of
is
the
what
Ottoman
he'll do.
assassins, Jerusalem eventually it fell under strong assassin control and flourished. Um, and then I think a modern version of the city appears in the multiplayer stuff in the later games.
The comforts of a fine life can be yours. Who knows what the future holds? What tragedies tomorrow may bring? Defend against an uncertain future. Protect the ones you love. Work hard and you will be rewarded. Talal provides. Who knows what the future holds? What tragedies tomorrow may bring? Defend against an uncertain future. Protect the ones you love. Work hard and you will be rewarded. Talal provides.
And Talal is actually, he's the one that's taking the people from Jerusalem and sending them to Garnier. So all the people that Garnier was getting, that he was healing, they were all coming from Talal in Jerusalem. So that's how those two tied together. Fucking thug.
This won't be too difficult.
I have nothing to say to you.
Speak to me or speak to God. It's your choice.
You won't stop the work he does. Cannot stop it.
Stop what? What work?
He prepares them for the journey.
Journey where?
They are held in his warehouse. And when the time comes, they are sent to Akka.
Where is this warehouse? And why Akka?
Talal tells me what I need to know. Nothing more. It is safer that way.
For him, perhaps. Though not, I fear, for you.
And I should have kept it in, because they had the Dome of the Rock in this, but I don't think I did anything. Here, I just threw this in because I just happened to stumble across this Templar. These guys are dicks. All they do is just grab you and throw you. That's why I tried to avoid having a tangle with any Templars before I got the grab break, but he was there and I knew he was just going to end up chasing me, so I figured I might as well fight him and try to get rid of him. And if I
He's a coward. If it
butcher
wasn't
any
for the
names,
money,
I'm
I'd be
sorry.
long gone.
I'm trying,
You're
but
either stupid or
these
blind.
are,
Maybe it's both.
I'm putting a lot of
How can
time
you
into
say
these
that?
videos,
You
but
didn't see what
I
happened.
don't have time
I
to
saw
look
well
up the
enough.
pronunciation
Our
of
caravan
every
was
single thing I
attacked,
talk
and the
about.
first thing he did
So
was flee.
No,
Again.
he didn't run.
What are you talking about?
if I say something
You
wrong,
forget
feel
what
free
became of the
free
men
to
who
correct me.
attacked
But
us?
Felled by our archers, thanks be to God.
Not our archers, him, alone.
So you're saying he saved us?
Yes, he headed for higher ground. Used his bow to kill them.
I had no idea.
The man's a master archer. You do well to remember that.
Talk to Malik.
Malik,
Come to
Get
waste
our
more
little
of my
feather.
time?
I found Talal. I'm ready to begin my mission.
That is for me to decide.
Very well. Here's what I know. He traffics in human lives, kidnapping Jerusalem citizens and selling them into slavery. His base is a warehouse located inside the Barbican, north of here. As we speak, he prepares a caravan for travel. I'll strike while he's inspecting his stock. If I can avoid his men, Talal himself should prove little challenge.
Little challenge? Listen to you. Such arrogance.
Are we finished? Are you satisfied with what I've learned?
No. But it will have to do. Rest, prepare, cry in the corner. Do whatever it is you do before a mission. Only make sure you do it quietly.
Now, I kind of dilly-dallied a little bit getting to here, so I cut all that bullshit out. And just picked up right where you go into the building. And
What now, slaver?
Do not call me that. I only wish to help them, as I myself was helped.
You do no
Save
kindness
me.
imprisoning them like this.
Imprisoning them. I keep them safe, preparing them for the journey that lies ahead.
What journey? It is a life of servitude.
You know nothing. It was folly to even bring you here. To think that you might see and understand.
I understand well enough. Show yourself.
Ah, so you want to see the man who called you here?
You did not call me here. I came on my own.
Did you? Who unbarred the door? Cleared the path? Did you once raise your blade against a single man of mine, huh? No. All this I did for you. Step into the light then, and I will grant you one final favor. Now I stand before you. What is it you desire?
Come down here. Let us settle this with honor.
Why must it always come to violence? It seems I cannot help you, for you do not wish to help yourself. And I cannot allow my work to be threatened. You leave me no choice. You must die.
I really didn't want to engage these guys. I just kind of wanted to try to bypass them. And just get straight to Talal. And Talal is actually one of the assassination targets that can be stopped by vigilantes. The other ones being Sabrand, Abu Nukud, and Joubert, which that's what happened there.
You've nowhere to run now.
Vigilantes
Share
stopped
your
him and
secrets with me.
stabbed him
My
in the
part
throat.
is plain. The Brotherhood is not so weak that my death will stop its work.
What brotherhood?
Al-Mu'alim is not the only one with designs upon the Holy Land. And that's all you'll have from me.
Then we are finished. Beg forgiveness from your god.
He's long abandoned us. Long abandoned the men and women I took into my arms.
What do you mean?
Beggars, whores, addicts, lepers. Do they strike you as proper slaves? Unfit for even the most menial tasks? No. I took them not to sell, but to save. And yet you'd kill us all. For no other reason than it was asked of you.
No. You profit from the war. From lives lost and broken.
Yes, you would think that, ignorant as you are. Wall off your mind. They say it's what your kind do best. Do you see the irony in all this? No, not yet it seems. But you will.
Again, too, there was a lot of bullshitting running around. I had a hard time shaking some of them
Altair,
guards,
wonderful to see you return
so
to
I just
us.
removed
And
it.
how fared the mission?
The deed is done. Talal is dead.
Oh, I know. In fact, the entire city knows! Have you forgotten the meaning of subtlety?
A skilled assassin ensures his work is noticed by the many.
No! A skilled assassin maintains control of his environment.
We can argue the details all you'd like, Malik. But the fact remains I've accomplished the task set to me by Al-Muallim.
Go then. Return to the old man. Let us see with whom he sides.
You and I are on the same side, Malik.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
And then we're gonna get ejected from the Animus here, so we'll have some modern day stuff. See what's going on. I grew to like Malik as a character more, playing through the game again this time.
Damn it.
You know,
What's
like
the
I said,
problem now?
his anger
I'm
and
getting weird temperature readings. I think the Animus
is
is
justifiable
Christ, it's
towards
always
Altair, because I
something.
mean, like I said, the dude
How
lost an
long?
arm and a
too
brother.
soon to tell.
These delays are
But,
unacceptable, Miss Stillman. I want progress
He
reports
pops up
every
in
hour.
Revelations, and so we'll get to see him
It's gonna
again
be
for
a
a little
while,
bit.
Desmond.
But
Why don't you go lie down or something? Get some rest.
he's probably one of my not like top 5 favorite characters in the series, but he's definitely in the top 10. Just because he's human, you know. I don't know why I thought that I could access Vidic's
Why is he
computer.
always yelling at you? It's his machine.
His theories. He's not the one who built it.
Who did? You?
No. Abstergo has a team of engineers. Not much they don't have. But I did oversee the assembly. Guess that's why he gets so angry with me.
He's a dick.
He's under a lot of pressure. We all are.
Can't believe you're defending the guy.
Warren saved my life, so if he wants to yell a little, let him.
What do you mean?
Then
he
we get a
saved
little
your
bit
life?
more
You're
about
not the only one who doesn't
Lucy's
get to go
past
home at
here.
night.
Wait, are you saying you're a prisoner?
When they first approached me, I was finishing up my PhD. The university had made it clear I had no future there. They didn't like the subject of my doctorate, called it pseudoscience. Said keeping me on would discredit and embarrass them. It was the same everywhere. Other universities, companies I interviewed with. Pretty soon I was out of money and out of time. I was this close to waiting tables. Then I got a letter.
From Vidic?
He said he'd been following my career since undergrad, that he believed in my work and wanted to meet to discuss my future. You have no idea how good it felt to hear that. So I met with him. What did I have to lose?
And he offered you a job.
Yes, here at Abstergo, helping out on the Animus project. I'd have a chance to test my theories and prove the professors wrong. How could I turn that down?
Think I'm missing the part where you became a prisoner.
Sometimes I wonder if they weren't behind it all. If they manipulated events so that I'd get desperate. They can do that. They can do anything. I didn't think when I agreed to come here. They even told me I'd be trapped. For 6 months, a year max. Once the product launched, there'd be no need for secrecy anymore. But until then, I'd be a guest of the company. At least, that's what they said.
And when the Animus was ready?
They came in while I was sleeping. 3 guys. Guns. They dragged me out of bed. God. The worst part is I knew them. One guy, Richard, we ate lunch together sometimes. And now he was gonna... They were cracking jokes. I tried to pull away. He hit me. And that's when he told me I was going to die.
Christ, what did you do?
Nothing. I kept telling myself it wasn't real. And then Warren was there, shouting at them to get away from me. And they listened.
Jesus.
He's not a happy man, Desmond. I wouldn't even say he's a good man, but he saved my life. They never came for me again, and he promised they never would.
You're still stuck here working for these nut jobs.
But I'm alive. Anyway, I really do need to get the Animus repaired. I'll see you tomorrow, Desmond.
I debated over whether or not to leave the emails in here, and
Looks like some kind of access code.
I decided to leave the emails in just because I know there's some people that haven't finished the game. Like actually, a lot of my friends haven't finished this game, but I figured I'd leave them in. What source it could happen. You could just skip that part. Um, Plus they add to the backstory, so I leave them up. I don't know if I leave them up long enough for you to be able to read them real good. Um, so you might have to pause it if you really want to read them, or you could just go to the wiki. I think the emails are on there. I'm sure the emails are on there. But it gives a lot of backstory to Lucy, a lot of back history of the Templars. They never do elaborate on the Leela thing any more than what you read in these emails. It never gets really brought up again later in the series or expanded further. I mean, it's kind of made obvious it's probably not a suicide or that there's something fishy going on, but there's nothing outside of these emails that ever mention her ever again, which kind of sucks. It was kind of. Ironically, and spoiler alert, as long as the games have been out, you should probably know this by now. After Lucy dies in a later installment in the franchise, she gets buried in Marino, a town near Rome.
Rise and shine. We've got quite a day ahead of us.
You're in a good mood this morning.
Miss Stillman has made some modifications to the Animus. You should be able to remain inside even longer now.
And help you with your treasure hunt.
This is serious business, Mr. Miles. I don't think you fully appreciate the work that Abstergo does.
Maybe because I don't actually know what you people do.
We change the world. Every day, in 100 different ways. Did you know that nearly every single breakthrough of the past millennia, be it medical, mechanical, or philosophical, has come from Abstergo or its predecessors?
That's a bold claim, Doc. Think you might be exaggerating a bit?
Not in the slightest. Oh, we certainly don't take the credit. That would arouse far too much suspicion. We choose our beneficiaries with great care.
Why?
Isn't it obvious? It means we're in control.
But how? What makes you guys so special, so smart? That you happen to invent all these things while us mere mortals stumble around like idiots?
To be fair, we don't invent them. We find them.
Find them?
They're gifts, Mr. Miles. From those who came before. We'll have to continue this discussion later. Time's wasting.
See, like they established those who came before thing quite early in the series, but like I said in one of the other videos, they don't really beat you in the face with the 2012 thing in this game. I mean, it seemed like it wasn't, like I don't think they had that whole intention until Assassin's Creed 2 seems to be when that really came to prominence, and they were like, the end of the world's coming.
Lie down, Desmond.
Use the action view to gather information about your surroundings.
Come in, Altair. You've done well. 3 of the 9 lay dead, and for this you have my thanks. But do not think to rest upon your laurels. Your work has just begun. I am yours to command, Master.
King Richard, emboldened by his victory at Acre, prepares to move south towards Jerusalem. Salah-ad-Din is surely aware of this, and so he gathers his men before the broken citadel of Arsuf.
Would you have me kill them both then? End their war before it begins in earnest?
No. To do so would scatter their forces and subject the realm to the bloodlust of 10,000 aimless warriors. It will be many days before they meet, and while they march, they do not fight. You must concern yourself with a more immediate threat. The men who pretend to govern in their absence.
Give me names and I'll give you blood.
So I will. Abun Dukud, the wealthiest man in Damas. Majduddin, regent of Jerusalem. William of Montferrat, liege lord of Acre.
What are their crimes?
Greed, arrogance, the slaughter of innocents. Walk amongst the people of their cities. You'll learn the secrets of their sins. Do not doubt that these men are obstacles to the peace we seek.
Then they will die.
Another of your items is restored. Take it. See that it is put to good use. Return to me as each man falls, that we might better understand their intentions.
Alright, we're gonna wrap it up here. And then we'll pick up
And
with
Altair,
assassinating one of those three
Your
in the
recent
next
work
video.
has likely attracted the attention of the city guard. They'll be more suspicious
So
than they've been in the
until then,
past.
I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, guys.